What's up, Libra? This is Jesse with 44 Astro with a new moon tarot reading for the new moon coming up on March 10th. This will be a new moon in Pisces at 20 degrees Pisces. It will be at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It will be in the 28th mansion of the moon. This is the last mansion of the moon. Hence the reason it is all about completion. I'll have the picture up so you can read about it. New moons are generally about new beginnings, and this mansion is about endings, so it makes sense that they would be at the same time. Well, completion more than endings, but it could be. Okay, that was the card. There is a stellium, or there's just a massive concentration of planets in Pisces right now, including the moon. It's in a stellium with the sun, Mercury, and Neptune. Saturn is there too, but he's not touching that stellium. It's time to give rather than take. For a Libra ascendant, it will be in your 5th or 6th house. So the house of self-expression could be speculative ventures, gambling, things like that. 6th house is your physical health, but could also be your pets. So there could be a lot of confusion around those things, confusion about your health. Could be a loss in some way of a pet, or maybe you feel like you're not the healthiest right now and you want to do something about it, and you have ideas about wanting to do something about it. 5th house would be you have ideas about how you want to express yourself, right? You may want to put yourself out there, and Pisces is a very artistic sign, so you may want to have a more vibrant appearance, or you want to express yourself in a more artistic way, whether it be through music, writing, anything like that. The only real rough aspect right now is Uranus square Mars, so be careful of explosive anger or just explosive outbursts of any kind. Mars rules competition, anger, that physical act of sex, as to where, and specifically in a female's chart, you see Mars, it's going to relate sexually to like their partner, and Venus for a male. Uranus is things happening suddenly, electric shock, your nervous system, those types of things. So just be careful of explosive anger. But when I say explosive, it's not that you're just walking around being angry. It's going to happen out of nowhere. So just be careful of that kind of energy right now, as it could play a role in certain things. Let's get you some cards, Libra. This could be a love reading for some of y'all. It's a time to give rather than take. It could be talking about a relationship specifically. It could be talking about financially too. It could just be your time and effort. Maybe it's more time to give. This is a card of confidence and strength. This is the center of the reading, right? But it's crossed by hard work. It's like you're working too hard. But it's saying it's a time to give rather than take. And even the top card is give and take. The 6 of Cups. Right? So there's some kind of maybe power struggle or something to do with a specific dynamic. Could be in your love relationship, but it could just be like at work, could be in your friendships, those types of things, because a lot of times we'll give more to our friends or our loved ones, and we take nothing, and people can take advantage like that. And even in the recent past, you have a give and take card, a generosity card. Maybe you've been giving a lot, or maybe you've been taking a lot, because all the cards for give and take are here. It's kind of insane how many there are. In front of you, there's this individual, a fire sign individual. It could be you if you have fire in your chart, male or female. But it's likely someone around you, a fiery type individual. Could be your partner even, because you got the lovers here. Either you feel like you're giving too much, but with this guidance card here, the moon card, maybe you're taking more than you're giving. And maybe you don't even realize it. And maybe it's a time to kind of give back more. Give more than take. You want to stay in the give and take, both. But either way, it's revolving around this individual. It's a fiery individual, confident individual. I don't know if your spouse is a fire sign. It could be a family member that's a fire sign. Either way. But in the recent past, I feel like maybe you've been giving a lot, it's overburdening you. You're having to work extra because you're having to give. Maybe it's a child of yours that you're having to like support in some way. And you feel like you're having to give a lot. I mean, that is the influence too. That's the conscious influence, is the give and take. And it's specifically someone from your past or a family member, something like that. Someone like that. Someone that you know very well. You know, your unconscious influence is celebration. I mean, maybe you're celebrating a lot or they're celebrating a lot and you're supporting that with your resources, or vice versa. They're supporting that in you with their resources. Either way, it's time to get a balance into it. I think it says time to give rather than take. And that could go either way. It could be give to yourself because you've been giving so much. It's time to take. It's time to give to yourself. Take some time for yourself. Do something that makes you happy. Don't just only work. Right? You have to be good to yourself. I mean, it's good to be good to others, but you don't want to let them take advantage of you. So it goes both ways. Right now, some kind of explosion of energy. I mean, this could be an explosive new love relationship or like a new opportunity in work. And that's the whole thing. Work, 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 right? And maybe it's saying continue to work. You may work with this individual, or they work for you, or just your partners in some way. Fire sign. Because in your environment is big money. You know, whatever this giving is, being generous or giving to yourself, in some way it's going to benefit you a lot. Or it's going to lead to some kind of opportunity. This kindness or this generosity maybe that you're exhibiting somehow is going to lead you to an opportunity. Like maybe it's an individual's like, oh, I'm going to pay you back kind of thing. And you're like, well, you know. And maybe you don't even expect it or know it, but it ends up being like a big payback, more than you could have ever imagined. Or just the universe in general rewards you for your own generosity. You know, every bit you give out comes back to you fourfold, right? Sevenfold, I think as it says in the Bible. This is the advice. Continue to work hard, but do not burn yourself out. Do not burn yourself out. Like I said, the give aspect could be like give to yourself too. Right? If you're giving it all out and you're not nurturing yourself, you're doing yourself a disservice, and you're not going to be healthy. You're not going to be happy. You're going to be exhausted. You know, the outcome is the hermit going within, or the light being turned on. The light within. I think through all of this hard work, I think you're giving of yourself here. I think it's just you're working your butt off and you're giving of yourself in probably multiple situations. You're just giving. Could be to family and work and all these things. And it's probably exhausting. And when it's like that, you're going to think, man, I just want to break. I just want to stop. But don't. But at the same time, it's going to culminate to that naturally anyway. You're gonna get your just due and your just reward from all your hard work. Nothing worth doing is easy, and that's the truth of the matter. So with all the work you're putting in, it's gonna lead to some rest and some respite. You're gonna feel a whole lot better. You're gonna feel a whole lot more knowledgeable. You're gonna feel a whole lot more enlightened because of it. Because it looks like service. It looks like a lot of service here in some way. I feel like you're giving to a situation that involves like a social gathering or something. It could be that like it's a wedding for like a family member or like your daughter or anything like that, or your son, and you're putting in all kind of resources for it, or even their college fund or anything like that. And it's really stressful, and you're having to work hard to get up to it. But in the end, it's going to be worth it because they're gonna take care of you when it's all said and done. It's gonna be very important, and you're gonna be grateful that you did. Either way, somehow the situation is going to come back in your favor. And those that you've been helping and taking care of are going to take care of you. And you're going to be able to just chill and be like, life is good. But don't let it break you down. Got to give to yourself too. Whatever this situation is that you're having to give in, it's going to be worth it in the end. So continue. Anyway, with that being said, Libra, that's all I have. Please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting. You don't have to if you don't want to, but it will help me, and it'll help the algorithm share the video more, and I'll be extremely grateful. Either way, It looks like you are in the prospect or in the situation of giving and giving, and maybe you don't feel like you're receiving yet, or maybe you're taking and taking. But it's going to pay off in the end as long as you give of yourself and give to yourself as well, because you can't lose yourself in all of this. Anyway, Libra, thanks for being here. Happy new moon. I hope to see you here again.